Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mickey and this is part 2 of in this video series. But before I continue with this video, I just would like to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet, please do so. And also, if at the end of this video you enjoyed this video or you found it useful, please give me a thumbs up. It would mean so much for me to help me grow my YouTube channel, and in this way I will be inspired to publish more free videos on my channel. So let's go ahead with today's topic, so to speak. In the last video, I showed you how I made this background by using my gel press plate as a palette, and also how at the same time I created all of these decorative papers. So if you haven't watched the first video, please do so. You will see how I created these papers. So what I want to do today is to show you what I selected as a focal point for this background. So this is a serviette, and I took off the, it's a serviette that was folded in 4, and I took off the backing of the serviette, which I can use later. I'm keeping this because I can stamp on it and then still use it on an art journal page. So this is the serviette I chose. I'm not sure as yet. Excuse me, this is my cat jumping on the table here. I'm still deciding as to how I will be using this as a focal point. I also showed you this example of a similar background that I've made, and the flowers that I stamped on it, and then I actually colored the flowers with New Color 2 crayons to give it a little bit more depth. And I added the stems, and I stamped these leaves, and I added a sentiment, a text. So this is one way of doing it, but this time I decided I want to do something different. And now to decide how to use this, so I just want to give you an idea of what I do, and then in the next video I'll show you how I'm going to finish this project or this page. So I'm just keeping this next to me as well. So if we take, for instance, this image on the serviette, and you don't know how to use it, so what I do is I've cut out several forms. You can see circles just from papers, and this is a 160-gram carton. And with this, I can play around and see what part of the image would be interesting for me. So I just want to show you with this one first. Can you see, if I place it, for instance, like this, just want to see, like here, can you see that could be interesting, and that could be interesting. If I move around a bit, this could be interesting, and this could be interesting. If I move it over here, for instance, let's see, if I play around a little bit, yes, I think this could be interesting, and this could be interesting, and this too, if I move it a little bit. So if I want to cut it into smaller circles, I could play around with it, cut it in smaller circles, and then play around with it on the page. Another option, if I could take just another size of circle, is this one. So let's see, if I put it like this maybe like this. This could be interesting. Or perhaps that's quite pretty. That could be interesting. Let's see if I put it down here. That's lovely too. That's really beautiful. And if we put it on top here, let's see if we put it like this. Maybe move it a little bit so that we catch the two flowers here. Can you see how with this method you can see what would work as focal point, a focal point or a focal points. So let's play around a little bit more. I've also got the larger one. So let's see. I think this is in fact what I'll be doing. So I was thinking of doing this, cut it around, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do around it as yet. I might even cut, use from the other 4 parts of the serviette, cut out other little parts and add it to the page. I'm not sure as yet. But you can see this is a good way of playing around with an image to see what you can do. You can also, I'm just going to show you a little bit with the decorative papers or the collage papers that I made. You can do the same thing. You can take, for instance, this and just see what part of the image could be interesting. If we put this one, for instance, can you see you can really find what would be interesting and that you can use on one page or different pages for that matter. One of the others, I had a look at that. This one is quite interesting. For instance, if you look there, that could be interesting. That could be quite interesting. Yes, and with a bigger circle, if we take this one, can you see this could be lovely as a focal image, and then one can add some text or another image on top of it. Or one could just use this as a background. One of the others, I just want to find one of the others as well that I thought could be interesting. This one is quite pretty. I played around with a smaller circle. Can you see that? That could be quite nice. This is lovely. This could be the start of a wonderful journal page. And even here, with a lighter shade, excuse me, lighter shades, that could also be really interesting. Also on this one, can you see immediately you get a different effect than when you look at it as a whole. I think the little circles might also be a good option here. Yes, look at that. You can play around with that as well, and that could inspire you to make a really beautiful journal page. I think with a smaller circle, it could also be very nice. Whoa, look at that. Can you see it? It really gives you a whole new perspective of what you can do with the pages. Look at this one. This could really, really be interesting if you cut smaller circles. Or, let's see, let's use that one. Wow, that's very nice. Or this one, like this. That could be nice. And where's my larger one? Yeah, so the sky is really the limit. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you that. And what you can also do is I've cut another one where I've cut like squares and rectangles. So yeah, I've made like little windows. So I could do this, for instance, to see what would happen if I turn it this way or if I turn it this way. Can you see how wonderful that is? You get really fantastic ideas as to what you can do with it. Or if I take this one, the square window, then I can play around to see what part of the image. Look at that. That's so, so beautiful. And that one. So it's hard to choose. That's the only problem. You can also go smaller. There I made a little window, play around with it, and you can see it's really wonderful. Okay, so I think you get the idea. I hope this is useful to you. So I will see you in part 3 of this series, and I'll show you what I'll be doing with this background. So take good care of yourself, and see you very soon. Bye for now.